It's a vibe. Over switch sides, it's a vibe. Yeah. I go through what you go through.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Opening week in the NFL is an exciting time for everybody, including these two teams here today. It's the Cardinals going up against the Falcons. With that, let's call in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, with this opening week matchup.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A few moments ago, it was Desmond Trufant of the Falcons making their way out of the tunnel to the delight of this sold-out crowd as his guys get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. An early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. They're led out by the veteran and the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2002, and that's Carson Palmer.
And Carson Palmer is your prototypical pocket quarterback who makes big plays with his arm, with his mind, and his ability to just take little easy steps in the pocket in order to release good passes downfield.
First and 10, it's Palmer. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. First carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On first down, it's Palmer. Caught, right side, Gresham. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And here are the offensive starters for Arizona.
David Johnson's play has forced us to talk about him as one of the premier running backs in the NFL. Good size, so he can run inside and break through some tackles. Also has excellent speed, so he can get to the perimeter, turn the corner, and make it into a big gain. But he also relies on the fact that he was a college wide receiver at one point, and they can utilize him both out of the backfield and in the slot back position in order to get downfield and catch the football.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Terry Poe is a force of defensive tackle or nose tackle wherever they want to place him inside. He's strong, has some bounce to his game, but I love his leverage at the point of attack. Almost like a really good wrestler. Knows how to use his body, stay low, and that allows him to get upfield and make plays.
Now Palmer. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Used to have a coach who tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So our initial drive here this afternoon results in 3. I'm not sure that was a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
No question about it, Brandon. You had a crowd that was all fired up during pregame introductions, yet you're able to quiet them just a little bit by taking the early lead.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Here's Ryan. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Mike Pennell with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Partner, I know the ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
Looking deep for Julio. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And the Texans, they have scored again and moved in front by a couple of touchdowns. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now Palmer on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Second and 10. It's Palmer again. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Palmer will throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Play action. It's Palmer. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Wilson, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 2nd down, Ryan. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. The 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Taylor Gabriel, 73 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons set to get things rolling on defense again here. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that block.
Throwing now, Palmer on first down. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On second down, Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Third and 2. Now Palmer. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Deion Jones. In there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. On first down, Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, get some space. Ryan. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he's got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He only has a single solo carry, one. Numero uno, second quarter. They need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only one carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. Lets it go for net. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 49 yards.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback.
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
Very much so. Has had it ever since he entered campus there and still has it today.
Now Palmer. This one complete to Gresham. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Here's Palmer. The quick slant caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Again, it's Palmer. Touchdown, Arizona. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
And he's got it up and through. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Here's Ryan to throw. Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
on plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
On second down, here's Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. They go play action with Ryan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball. Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They toss to Freeman. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues. And his kick is absolutely perfect. The 2nd quarter score from Cincinnati. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break. And that's got to feel good, because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no? I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think
they wanted to be positive with him. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now Ryan on second down. The left side completion to Jones. A really nice gain of 25 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And now a first down following that long gain. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. A little juke. And some room to Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 50 yards. And now the Falcons are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
They'll try and run with Freeman. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Now to return, this is David Johnson. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box, and guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
They go to Johnson again. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Palmer to throw. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding offense.
so a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The penalty. It's Johnson. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. On second down, here's Palmer. And Gresham has it left side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Now Palmer on third and long. It's caught. Nelson. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a big 32-yard play on third. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion, second and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Throwing again here, Palmer. And that is incomplete here. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and 10. Palmer to throw again. Caught right side, Gresham. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I feel for some of these guys nowadays because it is so tough to be able to run with these tight ends. Their speed, their elusiveness, especially when they run across the field, because you're not just running with him, you're trying to run through some traffic as well.
From the red zone now, here's Palmer on first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Here's Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Now Palmer. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Deion Jones. In there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, he really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. Elsewhere, they have gone to the third quarter now in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 74 yards. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, he bowls over it. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Elsewhere, a third-quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. It's the Texans firmly in control of that one. They've scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the fourth and final quarter. Six yards here to go for the offense on second down. Palmer gives to Johnson on the draw. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On third down, Johnson. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Now they'll throw it with Palmer. His throw incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd and 5. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Underneath for Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw again, it's Palmer. And this is going to be incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. It's a pickup of 21. And it's good enough for an Arizona first. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Tack McKinley in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Off the play fake. Here's Palmer. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Here we go. It's Palmer on 4th down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And some space here. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, someone just made a house call, and his name is Robert Alford. You remember that name, don't you, partner?
Seen him on the biggest of stages, picking off Tom Brady in Super Bowl 51.
Yeah, took it all the way back for a touchdown, then gave his team a 21-3 lead. They didn't hold it, but that was a mammoth play.
That was a mammoth play, and what we just saw was a mammoth play. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now, Palmer on 1st down. And Gresham's got it over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Palmer. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Here's Palmer. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Adrian Claiborne in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They go play action with Palmer. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31. On 1st down, it's Palmer. Dumping it off for Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Palmer, cool under pressure as he rallies his guys to the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Palmer. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Again, it's Palmer. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Desmond Trufant, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Checking in on Houston, it's in the 4th quarter there. And give that one to the Texans as they wind up winners. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Freeman again. And he's got room. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season, we get into the playoffs.